This is another lecture on lines and planes. As you know, lines and planes, this topic is extension of vectors. So in this lecture, we are starting with question number 10 of exercise 6.1. And I believe this is last question to be solved from question number exercise 6.1. The last question as such is number 11, but 11th problem we had covered in the earlier video. So in this we will complete this. That will be the end of exercise 6.1 from Maharashtra State textbook. So very interesting question. See, this kind of question you also have in CBSE board and ISC board. Syllabus is same. So here we have a line passes through. Look at the question. The question is a line passes through 3, negative 1, 2. A line is passing through 3, negative 1, 2. Okay. So we are given a point on the line. A line is passing through this point. So we have one point on the line. The line is passing through this point. Okay. Further, they say and is perpendicular to, that is, they're talking about the line. And is means the line is, and is means and the line is perpendicular to lines. It is perpendicular to lines. Which two lines? R bar equals to I cap plus j cap minus k cap plus lambda times this, and R bar equals to this. Find its equation. So what are we given? We are given there is a line. The line is passing through this point. The line is passing through this point, and the line is perpendicular to these two lines. The line is perpendicular to these two lines. So I'll try explaining you with the help of figure. So let me first draw two lines. Okay. I'll consider this line as L1. See, what I will do, I will take this line as L1 and this line as, I'll take this line as L1 and this line as L2. So here I write answer. I'll write let the given lines be L1 and L2. The given lines be L1 and L2. Let the given lines be L1 and L2. So therefore, this equation belongs to L1. This is equation of L1. R bar equals to I cap plus j cap minus k cap plus lambda times 2 I cap minus 2j cap plus k cap, and L2 is R bar equals to 2 I cap plus j cap minus 3k cap plus mu times I cap minus 2j cap plus 2k cap. Okay. So now I shall draw these two lines. Now I will draw these two lines. So here, say I have L1 and this one is, say, L2. So I have two lines here, L1 and L2, right? I have two lines here, L1 and L2. And definitely these two lines are, They are not parallel lines. So they are not parallel. Why they are not parallel? How do I know they are not parallel? Because look at their DRS. Look at the DRS of these two lines. 2 minus 2 1. What is DRS? 2 minus 2 1. And here 1 minus 2 2. So DRS of the two lines are not proportional. They are not proportional, you know. We have done this already, that in equation, when we write the equation of a line, we have done this already, that when we write the equation of a line, in the equation of a line, the vector which you have with lambda is the DRS of the line. What is this? DRS. It gives the direction of the line. So 2 minus 2 1 gives us the direction of the line. And here I cap minus 2j cap plus 2k cap, right? This 1 minus 2 and 2 also gives the direction of the line. Okay. This is line L1. This is line L1 and this is line L2. Now these two are not parallel lines, but we can't say whether they are intersecting or not. They might be skew lines, that is, they are one over the other. But we are not interested in that part of these two lines. These are simply two lines which are not parallel, that is for sure. These two lines are not parallel, that is for sure. So I'm given these two lines, and what does the question say? The question says that the required line is perpendicular to these two lines. The question says that required line is perpendicular to these two lines, this line and this line. Okay, that is, required line is perpendicular to L1 and L2. So if required line is perpendicular to these two lines, what direction could the required line be in? Okay, see, what I understand here is, if the required line is perpendicular to L2 and L1, okay, let me first have, I draw a vector which is parallel to, I draw a vector which is parallel to L2, and I call this as vector B2. What is this? This is vector B2 bar. I call this as B2 bar. And then I take a vector parallel to B1 and I call this as B1 bar. Now, where do I get these two vectors from? This is B2 bar and B1 bar. How do I get these two vectors? See, these two vectors are given in the equation itself. This is B2 bar, you know, this is B2 bar and this is B1 bar. The vectors which we have multiplied in the equation of a line, as you know that the vector which is multiplied with the lambda and mu, it gives us the DRS of the line. That itself indicates that these are the vectors in the direction of the line, okay, along the line. So this is B2 bar and that is B1 bar. I will write what is B2 bar and B1 bar. B2 bar is, okay, I write here, let B1 bar and B2 bar, I write here, let B1 bar and B2 bar be two vectors parallel to lines. So therefore, what I can say B1 bar equals to, this is B1 bar, remember that. Okay, so that is 2I cap minus 2J cap plus K cap, and B2 bar will be I cap minus 2J cap plus 2K cap. Okay, I got B2 bar and B1 bar. Now tell me, students, if I find the cross product of these two vectors, what will I get? Okay, you will understand what I'm trying to say. Let me take B2 bar this way. Okay, I'm shifting B2 bar parallelly. These all are free vectors, so I can do this. So if I'm shifting B2 bar here, and now what I see here is I have B2 bar here. Okay. So what I'm trying to say that if I find the cross product of these two vectors, B2 bar and B1 bar, what will that get me? I mean, what happens if I find B2 bar cross B1 bar? What happens if I find B2 bar cross B1 bar? Okay. So B2 bar cross B1 bar, B2 bar cross B1 bar will be, see, we will, we will, we are finding B2 bar cross B1 bar. So the idea is will be moving from B2 bar to B1 bar. This is right-handed triplet rule. If you remember, you will keep the four fingers. I have already taught all this. You will keep the four fingers of your right hand in the direction of B2 bar. Then you will turn them all, okay, in order to close your palm, the palm of your right hand. You will turn your four fingers in order to close the palm of your right hand this way from B2 bar to B1 bar, and then the direction of your thumb, the direction of the right hand thumb, that will give you the direction of B2 bar cross B1 bar. Okay. So what will B2 bar cross B1 bar be? B2 bar cross B1 bar will be this vector. Remember, B2 bar cross B1 bar will be this vector. See, this is B2 bar cross B1 bar, and this vector is B2 bar cross B1 bar. This vector is perpendicular to these two vectors. Which one? B1 bar. It is perpendicular to B1 bar and B2 bar. Now this vector, since it is perpendicular to, this means this B2 bar cross B1 bar. Since the vector B2 bar cross B1 bar is perpendicular to B1 bar and B2 bar, it is also perpendicular to L1 and L2, because B1 bar and B2 bar were the vectors parallel to L1 and L2. They were parallel to L1 and L2. I repeat the statement once again. See, as I said, since this vector is perpendicular to B1 bar and B2 bar, it is automatically perpendicular to L1 and L2. It is perpendicular to L1 and L2. So here I will write the vector B1 bar and B2 bar. See, here I make a statement. I will write here vector vector B2 bar cross B1 bar, B2 bar cross B1 bar. Okay, you shouldn't worry here. If you had found B1 bar cross B2 bar, see, I found B2 bar cross B1 bar. Had you found B1 bar cross B2 bar, that would have given you the vector in the opposite direction. Okay, this would have been B1 bar cross B2 bar. This would have been B1 bar cross B2 bar. So you should not worry for that. Okay, because even in that case, the vector that you are getting would be perpendicular to these two vectors, and hence perpendicular to L1 line and line L2. So our aim is to get a vector which is perpendicular to L1 and L2. That is what we are working on. So vector B2 bar cross B1 bar, is perpendicular to lines L1 and L2, right? Now think of the required line. Okay, what is the required line? The one whose equation we have to find. The required line is passing through this point, and it is perpendicular to these two lines. Okay, so the required line is perpendicular to these two lines. Okay, which two lines? L1 and L2. I have a vector which is perpendicular to these two lines. So now I can say I have a vector which is perpendicular to these two lines. So now I can say that the required line is parallel to this vector. I repeat once again. See, the required line is perpendicular to both lines. The required line is perpendicular to both lines. And here I have a vector. See, I'm moving that vector. Here I have a vector which is perpendicular to both lines. It means the required line has to be in this direction. The required line also has to be in this direction because it has to be perpendicular. Hence, I can say that required line is parallel to this vector. So in short, what we got? We got a vector which is parallel to required line. I got a vector which is parallel to required line. So the next statement here which I will write is, see, I will write the statement, the required line, therefore the required line is parallel to B2 bar cross B1 bar. The required line is parallel to B2 bar cross B1 bar. B2 bar cross B1 bar. So now students, let's go for that required line. Okay, so the required line is passing through 3 minus 1 2. So let this point be 3 1 minus 3 minus 1 2, 3 minus 1 2, and the required line is parallel to this vector. So how would that required line look like? The required line will look like this. See, now I make the required line. See, the required line will look like this. Okay, this is the required line. Here I have. Okay, so what are the things that now I have? I have a point on the line. You know, if you want to find equation of a line, what are the things you need? You need one point on the line which you have. You need direction of the line. That is, you need a vector parallel to the line, which is B2 bar cross B1 bar. So now the time is we will find B2 bar cross B1 bar. Okay, come on, pause the video and find B2 bar cross B1 bar. Come on, do it. So now we will find B2 bar cross B1 bar. We want a vector which is parallel to the line. We want to find the equation of this line. So we will find the vector parallel to the line. This B2 bar cross B1 bar is vector parallel to the line. So B2 bar cross B1 bar is, in the determinant, I write here first row I cap, J cap, K cap. The second row we will write B2 bar 1 minus 2 2, 1 minus 2 2, and the third row I'll write 2 minus 2 1, 2 minus 2 and 1. So this will get me I cap into minus 2 plus 4. Okay, minus 2 into 1 is minus 2, and minus 2 into 2 is minus 4, but we have to subtract this, so minus of minus 4 will become plus 4. Then I have minus j cap, and I get 1 minus 4 plus k cap, and I get here plus k cap, I get here minus 2 plus 4. So I get here 2i cap plus 3j cap, because this is going to get me negative 3, plus 2k cap. And what is this? This is B2 bar cross B1 bar. This is B2 bar cross B1 bar. I got B2 bar cross B1 bar. Okay, so now see, what are the things that we have? We have a point on the line. Let me write this point as point A. Okay, I have a point on the line which is point A. Then I have a vector parallel to the line. See, I have this vector parallel to the line. You check this. I have a vector parallel to the line. Can I now find the equation of this line? Yes. What I will do, I will take a variable point on the line. I will take a variable point on the line and let the variable point be point R. I take a variable point on the line, and now I can say AR bar is parallel to B2 bar cross B1 bar. AR bar is parallel to B2 bar cross B1 bar. So I will write here AR bar. Therefore, okay, before that I write take a variable point R on the line. I will write take a variable point, take a variable point R on the line. Okay, now this time, they are not saying whether we have to find the vector equation or Cartesian equation. So we will find the vector equation only. So take a variable point R on the line. Therefore, we can say AR bar is parallel to B2 bar cross B1 bar, right? So if AR bar is parallel to B2 bar cross B1 bar, what does that mean? It means AR bar will be, therefore AR bar equals to lambda B2 bar cross B1 bar. You see this? Therefore, R bar minus A bar equals to lambda B2 bar cross B1 bar, which you have already got. That is 2I cap plus 3J cap plus 2K cap. Therefore, R bar equals to this vector plus A bar. So lambda times 2I cap plus 3J cap plus 2K cap plus A bar. And what is A bar? A bar is the position vector of this point. A bar is the position vector of this point, which is 3I cap minus J cap plus 2K cap. Okay, so that is 3I cap minus J cap plus 2K cap. And this is equation of the required line. Okay, so here I write this is equation of required line. This is equation of required line. Okay, this is very important problem, students. I suggest you all that you should solve this problem minimum 3 times. Practice this problem because this problem is for sure in your exam, for sure. Now here we have another question for practice. Now this question is based on the same concept as the question number 10, which I solved earlier just now. Question number 10, but this question is slightly different in the way it is asked, but it has the same concept. Let us read the question. The question says, find the vector equation of the line passing through the point having position vector this. So what we are given? We are given the position vector of a point on the line. We are given the position vector of the point on the line, Now this is one and the same thing where whether you are given position vector of a point on the line or you are given the coordinates of a point on the line, it is one and the same thing. Even when we are given the coordinates of a point on the line, what we do, we find the position vector. That is, we find the vector which originates from the origin and ends at that point. So we are given a point on the line. How would we see this? This is a point on the line we are given. We are given a point on the line. Okay, so once again, find the vector equation of the line passing through the point having position vector 2I cap plus j cap minus 3k cap and perpendicular to these vectors. Okay, this is interesting. And we are given 2 vectors to which the required line is perpendicular. Now you can understand how easy this would get. Because when I'm given two vectors perpendicular to my line, it means it would go something this way. See, we are given two vectors to which line is perpendicular. So I will call this as vector b1 bar, this as vector b2 bar. I will call these two vectors as b1 bar and b2 bar, and this point I will take it as a. So let me first draw b1 bar. So here I have vector b1 bar, and then I have another vector b2 bar, b1 bar and b2 bar. I have b1 bar and b2 bar. These are the two vectors I have. Okay, I will write them. And then I'm given that required line is perpendicular to these two vectors. Now, in order I want a perpendicular direction to these two, what I will have to do, I will have to find the cross product of these. So I will find out b1 bar cross b2 bar. Now see, this vector which you got, b1 bar cross b2 bar, this gives me the perpendicular direction. This gives me the perpendicular direction of b2 bar and b1 bar. This vector is perpendicular to both. It is perpendicular to b1 bar as well as b2 bar. It is perpendicular to both the vectors b1 bar and b2 bar. Now what does that mean? It means this vector, which is this vector is parallel to the required line. Why? Because the required line is also perpendicular to these two vectors. So the required line would be in this direction. What more have they given? They give us the position vector of a point on the line. So I will take that point as A. I take that point as A. So this time I'm not given the coordinates of A. Instead, I'm given the position vector of point A. It means I'm given somewhere I will have the origin for sure. Somewhere there is origin. So here I have O, and what they give me is this vector. They give me A bar. What is A bar they have given? The A bar is 2i cap plus j cap minus 3k cap. I'm given A bar as this. Okay, so I will find out b1 bar cross b2 bar the way just now we found in the earlier problem. We will find b1 bar cross b2 bar. Okay, we will find out b1 bar cross b2 bar. Then we will b1 bar cross. Then after that, after finding b1 bar cross b2 bar, now this vector is the one which is parallel to the given line. So as you know, I will go for the next step. I will take a point R. I will take a point R which is on the line, and this point R is a variable point. Okay, this is the variable position vector R bar. Now I would write that AR bar is parallel to B1 bar cross B2 bar. So AR bar will be written as, therefore AR bar will be written as lambda times B1 bar cross B2 bar. And after that, you will substitute in place of what you would have found. You will substitute in place of B1 bar cross B2 bar. And here this is R bar minus A bar. So you will shift this A bar onto the right hand side. A bar you already have, and that will give you the final answer. So I hope you followed this. I hope you followed this part, how to solve this problem. This is another good question. You must try this. Okay. So next concept we will take is angle between two lines. Let us take the next concept of angle between two lines. Now, how do we find the angle between two lines? This is very simple concept. It is so simple that even if this is not discussed and a question being asked, on your basic intelligence, you would be able to solve such a question. It is such a simple question. So let's have two lines which are definitely not parallel lines, because if they are parallel lines, then the angle would definitely be 0. So here, I have two lines which are not parallel lines, and the two lines I named them as L1 and L2. So I have two lines L1 and L2. I write the equation of line L1 and L2. So let equation of L1 be, as you know, R bar equals to A1 bar plus lambda B1 bar. Now it is needless to say what is A1 bar. A1 bar, we have done enough. We have done enough of such equation and we have done enough of such questions. So we have taken this equation so many times. You know, this is the position vector of a point on the line. This is the vector parallel to the line, and this is the position vector of a variable point on the line. Okay, so we have R bar equals to A1 bar plus lambda B1 bar. So I have here a point. I will take a point here on the line, and that point is A1. So A1 is a point on the line, and hence A1 bar is the position vector of this point with respect to origin. And I have the vector parallel to L1. What is that vector parallel to L1? It is a B1 bar. The vector parallel to L1 is B1 bar. As you know, for finding the equation, for writing the equation of a line, you need one point on the line and a vector parallel to that line. So you have B1 bar. Okay. Then now I have to write equation of line L2. L2 is R bar equals to A2 bar plus mu B2 bar. Lambda and mu are parameters. They are any real number. They could be any real number. So R bar equals to A2 bar plus mu B2 bar. So here I have a point A2. I will write somewhere point A2. Okay, this is the point given on the line, and hence A2 bar is the position vector of this point, and B2 bar is a vector parallel to line L2. Okay, B2 bar is a vector parallel to line L2, right? So this is vector B2 bar. Now what am I supposed to get here? I have to get angle between two lines. Now let theta be the angle between these two lines. Let theta be the angle between two lines. Okay, I write here, let theta be the acute angle between two lines. Let theta be the acute angle between two lines L1 and L2. Now I ask you a question. You all pause the video once the question is over and try thinking on it. What do you think, how we will get the angle theta here? What do you think about it? Okay, pause the video and let me know. Very good. Listen here. As these vectors are parallel to the lines, as the two vectors are parallel to these two lines, what I understand is, see, the angle between these two vectors will be same as the angle between two lines. I repeat once again. See, vector B1 bar and B2 bar are parallel to lines L1 and L2 respectively, and hence the angle between these two vectors will give us the angle between two lines. The angle between these two vectors will be same as angle between two lines. So if I find, see, this is B2 bar, this is vector B2 bar, these vectors being free vectors, I will shift it here, and now I will find out the angle between two vectors. What are the vectors? B1 bar and B2 bar. This angle, when I will find, this angle will be same as this angle theta. So one very important statement that we will write here is the angle between two vectors, sorry, the angle between two lines is equal to the angle between the vectors parallel to them. I repeat again. The angle between two lines, the angle between these two lines, okay, the angle between two lines is equal to the angle between the vectors parallel to them. And hence, what I will do, I want angle between L1 and L2. I will find out angle between B1 bar and B2 bar. Okay. And for that, I will use the dot product of these vectors. I will use the dot product of these two vectors. So what is it? As you all know, B1 bar dot B2 bar is mod of B1 bar, mod of B1 bar, mod of B2 bar cos theta. So the angle is theta. So cos of theta. This is dot product of two vectors. And hence, therefore, what will be cos of theta? Cos of theta is B1 bar dot B2 bar upon mod of B1 bar into mod of B2 bar. And since you want the acute angle, what would you do? You will put this into a mod sign. Okay. You will put this into a mod sign. So now you are making sure that you will always get the positive value here. And cos theta is positive, has to be acute angle. Theta is acute angle. Okay. Now see, you will be given these equations of the line, you know, you will be given the equations of the line, and hence in the equation of line you will have these two vectors already given there. So with the help of these two vectors you'll be able to find this b1 bar dot b2 bar upon mod b1 bar mod b2 bar. Okay, I hope this is clear. Please copy this. Once you get theta by once you get cos of theta, so with the help of cos theta value, we can determine what theta is, And sometimes what happens is, instead of giving the lines parallel to, I'm sorry, sometimes instead of giving the vectors parallel to the line, they can only give us the DRS of the lines. Remember students, if they give us DRS of the lines, then also the same formula will work. How? Because with the help of the DRS of these two lines, what we will do is, suppose I am given DRS of L1 as P1 Q1 R1, P1 Q1 R1, and L2 as P2 Q2 R2. These are the DRS of L1 and L2 given. What will I do first? Nothing else is given. I repeat once again. It's a new thing I'm teaching you. I'm only given the DRS of L1 and DRS of L2. What would I do? First, with the help of these DRS, I will write a vector parallel to L1, and with the help of these DRS, I will write the vector parallel to L2. So once I get these vectors parallel to L1 and L2, that is all done. Okay. I will get a vector parallel to L1, which will be this way, and a vector parallel to L2, which will be in this way. And once I get this, once again, I got the vectors parallel, I will use the formula, the one that I just taught you. It is on the screen, cos of theta, that is with the help of dot product, and we will get the angle between the lines. I hope you followed it. Copy this. So based on the concept of angle between two lines, let us solve this question. The question is, find the angle between the lines r bar equals to I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap plus lambda times 2I cap minus 2j cap plus k cap, and r bar equals to I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap plus mu times I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap. So here, as I told you, for finding the angle between two lines, what I will do, I will find the angle between the vectors which are parallel to two lines. So see, what I know is this vector here, this vector here is parallel to line 1 and this vector here is parallel to line 2. So I have two lines, I have two vectors parallel to these two lines. Okay, so I will write let b1 bar and b2 bar. So I begin with the answer. I write let b1 bar and b2 bar be the two vectors parallel to two lines parallel to two lines given in order. What does that mean? It means that b1 bar is parallel to first line, the one that is given first, and b2 bar is parallel to the line which is given second. So what I shall write, therefore b1 bar equals to, see what I have 2i cap minus 2j cap plus k cap. Okay, and here I have b2 bar is I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap. Okay, so I will write let theta be the angle between two lines, two lines. So what I will have now, therefore I will have here, therefore cos of theta equals to b1 bar dot b2 bar divided by mod of b1 bar into mod of b2 bar, into mod of b2 bar. So what I'll do is, see, b1 bar dot b2 bar, if you have two vectors, how do we get the dot product? So see here, 2 into 1, this is 1 here, right? So we have 2 into 1 plus minus 2, this is minus 2 and this is 2. So plus minus 2 into 2 plus, here we have 1 here, plus 1 into 1 upon mod of b1 bar. Mod of b1 bar is square root of 2 square plus minus 2 square plus 1 square, and here you have 1 square plus 2 square plus 1 square. Okay, so this is my cos theta, and I will put this inside a modulus sign. Okay, put that in a modulus sign because we want to get the acute angle. Okay, let's see what happens here. So I notice that cos of theta is, I'm getting 2, this is 2 into 1 2, this is minus 2 into 2 is minus 4, and this is 1 into 1 is plus 1. 1 into 1 is plus 1. So in the denominator I will get here square root of, see, this is 4 plus 4 plus 1, so 4 plus 4 plus 1, and here we have 1 plus 4 plus 1, 1 plus 4 plus 1. So that will get me here cos theta is, this is 3 minus 4 is negative 1 upon square root of 9, which is 3, and square root of 6 is root of 6. That's it. So here what I have is, this is in mod. So the next step what we do is we write cos of theta equals to, since it's mod, it has to come outside the mod as a positive number. So 1 upon 3 root 6 I would get. This is 1 upon 3 root 6. 1 upon 3 root 6 I would get, and hence finally this will get me theta equals to cos inverse of 1 upon 3 root 6, which you can leave as this. You can leave the answer as this only. The reason being, you can leave the answer as this only because you're not expected to write the final answer in degree or radian. If they want it that way, they would definitely ask you to get one. Okay, but then nothing has been mentioned. So what we will do is we will leave the answer as therefore theta equals to, I'm writing here with the red color. So this is what I'm writing is the final step. Theta equals to cos inverse of 1 upon 3 root 6. This is the final answer. We got the angle between the lines. I hope you followed this. You can solve many such similar questions on your own.